Well, hello everyone. I'm Sammy Hegab, and thank you for watching my 100-day health transformation plan. So I am now on day 3. So I'll give you a summary of what I've done yesterday. As you know, when we started this program, I was fluctuated between 110 to 114. On my first day, I believe the measurement was about 112.45 kg. I've managed to drop down to 110, and then I took this morning's weight as well to check on how I've progressed on the past couple of days, and I'll share that with you just here. I sit around, according to this, 109.15 kg. So I've dropped about, well, just over a kilo from yesterday, but let's just say 1 kilogram. I did say yesterday that I wasn't going to do any activities. I've got blisters, I've got rashes on my thighs, I've got different things that, complication from the first day's activity of walking 28 kilometers. So I wanted to take a rest for a couple of days. However, I decided to go out for a little stroll, and I ended up walking. I walked 8.93 kilometers. I just walked around the block a few times and went down different streets, get at least 10,000 steps in, and I managed to do a little bit more than that. So I did 8 kilometers yesterday. I was hoping to have gone over that to roughly at least 10 miles, but I didn't. So on the first day, I did 28.28 kilometers, and on the second day, I did 8.92 kilometers. So now we're on the third day. What I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to go out again, and this time I will try to do at least 10 miles. So today, what I'll try to do, looking at in kilometers, because that's the app that I have here, it measures everything in kilometers. So I'm going to try to focus on doing 15 kilometers at least, and at least I've gone over the 10 miles, which I've set as a target. So every day I'll try to do 15 kilometers walk. And then on the days where I'm going to go to the gym, which I'm planning this weekend, I'll go maybe once or twice. But like I said, the plan was to do at least five days of going to the gym within 25 days. So at least, let's say, 5 days within a month, just to round it up a little bit. But I'm going to try to beat that. So that's just a target to aim at. I'm going to try to do a little bit more. So I'll try to go twice this week, and then if next week I can't go twice, at least I've gone once, and then so on. So if I could get, instead of 5, I get 6 in a month, 7, 8. It's all good. And during the days that I'm going to go on, go to the gym, I'm not going to go on a 10-mile walk or 15 kilometers walk. I will just basically just go stroll down to the gym. Probably going to be a mile or 2 maximum on those days that I'll be doing. But on the days that I'm not, I will try to always get in my 10 miles of walk, 10-15 miles of walk, until I feel fit enough. Then I can at least jog for 10 miles. Now, I used to do that before. I used to do that roughly at least 3 or 4 times a week. I used to run 10 kilometers. Part of my work, when I was working in a bank in Sweden, we would go on a regular run during lunch breaks. I would also go on a run in the weekend as well, extra runs. So I would accumulate at least 3, 4, and sometimes even 5 days of running. And at the same time, I used to go to the gym at least 3 or 4 times a week. So I was quite active, and my weight was around about 80 kilos back then. And maximum weight, I was fluctuating between 80. Well, I went up to 87 for a while, and then I came down again. So I was fluctuating between 80 and possibly I touched on 79 kg at one point, but I didn't stay there for very long, and I just kept going on to the 80 to 87 kg for that particular year. Unfortunately, after that, I started putting on weight. I went over again. I went over 100 and something. I didn't go too far, but I went up to 100, say less 105 or some 106, and then I was preparing for Hajj, and I wanted to, be ready for the distance and the physical effort that's required. So I managed to drop down to 90 kg before going off on Hajj in 2019. When I came back, I was still at the 90 kg mark, and I started putting on weight during 2020. I was I climbed from 90 to I think 106 at one point, and then I managed to come down again to 100, and I couldn't go through that 100 kg mark. And now I'm sitting between that range, like I said before, of 110 to 114, 113, 114 kg. But today I've broken through that 110 mark. I'm 109 now. So God willing, inshallah, I would smash through that, and I would go down back to 100. And then after that, I would start to take on more physical activity, and hopefully with a little bit of effort, I would go back to 90, and then I will start, looking at my body composition at that point, how much muscle mass I have compared to fat. So I want to get the fat down to at least 10%. According to my scales, it says I'm 20%, which I doubt very much. I don't think I am 20% body fat. I reckon I'm roughly around 30% body fat. It's just the way I feel. I know I've got very muscular legs. I've got very strong legs. I've had even stronger legs as a teenager, but I've got lots of muscles in my legs and the lower part of my body. So I just need to work on the upper part, but I need to use my strength, which is the lower body, to burn calories. So by using the big muscles, you actually burn more calories. So I'm using my strength to strengthen my weakness. So my weakness is the upper body. I haven't worked on my upper body for a very long time. When I was 18, like 17 maybe, to 23, I was active in the gym. Actually, to be honest, at 19, I was the most active. And then at 23, I started to decline from that point. So I was very active. I was, pumping a lot of iron. I was lifting, 100 kilo bench presses, maybe 20 times. And then I would go with friends, and they would be lifting a lot more. And then I would just basically be challenging them up to 150 kg bench presses. And then I would, do barbells. I'll do all the stuff. I would spend maybe a couple of hours in the gym every day back in the days when I was a student. On top of that, I would go swimming 5-6 times a week. The swimming pool would be open for free, and I was just enjoying it. So I would just go into swimming, and I was rigorous in my swimming activities. So I would go in the pool, and I would swim constantly for at least an hour, sometimes an hour and a half before I leave for the day. I was very, very active at that point. In fact, people would, think that I'm preparing for the Olympics the way I would swim, because I would swim at very high speed, non-stop. So I was very active, in my young adult years and my teenage years. I was very active. I was very athletic at the time. I didn't understand the issue of gyno back then, but now I understand it better. I understand the biology better. I understand medicine. I understand nutrition a lot better than in the past. So I wasn't really understanding that, and maybe I could have achieved a lot more in my younger years. But now I'm kind of starting all over again in my 40s, trying to restart that clock and reverse back my age in a way. Obviously I can't go back to the teenage years, but maybe I can reverse back my biological clock, my biological age, and get to knock off maybe a few years from that. So at least I'll look younger, I'll feel younger, and I'll be able to be more active in life, as well as also to become a very successful businessman and successful investor. I need my health, so I can't make informed decisions and good decisions if my mind is always foggy, if my memory isn't correct. And I'll share with you a few experiences. Now, I do a lot of contracting work, consultancy work. I was having a meeting, kind of interview meeting, and the client was asking me all sorts of questions. Now, these questions uh, they're very, very easy, to be honest with you. But for some reason, my mind was just blocked. I couldn't answer anything. And I was just, during that interview meeting, I was kind of asking myself, and like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I answer these questions? And after the interview, I felt like I felt really stupid. Like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I give these answers? I knew these things very well. In fact, I created my own framework, so I understand technology, very, very well. I've studied 3 master degrees in computer science, and I did quite a lot. And I did all these short courses. I did lots of things. I'm very active in learning, but for some reason, I kind of I lost touch with that, and I went off the rails a bit. In that sense, I haven't been very active in following courses, reading books, and watching tutorial videos. And I haven't been active in creating my own content as well. So I've been lazy in that sense. And the thing that I've identified to all these issues is my health. So I need to correct my health. So I become a better content creator and a better investor in the stock market, and a better businessman and software engineer. So I need my health to achieve all these things. It's not about, get the money first, then your health. No, money can't buy you health. You could reach a point where no matter how much money you throw at your health, it's not going to give you back what's naturally was given to you. So it's better to look after your health. Like they say, prevention is better than a cure. So focus on your health first, and everything else should fall in place afterwards. Everything will fall in place. I understand some people might be hungry. They might not have food to eat. And obviously, I'm not telling you to just join the gym and instead of eating and surviving. So get your life in order, but don't focus too much on money, and don't focus on too much on anything else. Put your focus on your health first, and then after that, you can start planning all the other aspects in your life to take your life transformation more of a holistic approach. But I think in the first stage, everyone should focus on their health, get their health in order, and then progress from there. No excuses to have poor health, unless you're diagnosed with something that's terminal and fatal. There's no excuse. You need to get your life in order. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And that is the purpose of why I've made these videos, because I want to achieve a lot in life. So just to summarize, I'm 109.15 kg. It's just there. I've pointed there. And I walked about, let's check. So I walked 8.92, and I've got that on screen as well. So you can see that the distance I've walked yesterday. Today, the plan is 10 miles or 15 kilometers. My measurement app does everything in kilometers, so I'm just gonna say 15 kilometers roughly, but at least I'll try to get 10 miles in today, 10 miles tomorrow, and so on. If I decide to go to the gym on Friday, then I won't do 10 miles. I'll go to the gym instead. If I don't, then on Friday I will do 10 miles, and Saturday and Sunday I will try to aim to go to the gym and spend at least an hour session each time I go to the gym. So apart from that, yeah, just a little one here. I told my mum I'm starting a diet, and this is my second day. So I went to her home, and guess what she prepared for me? A nice cake. Now, unfortunately, I say I didn't touch the cake, but I just looked at it, took a picture of it, and I didn't eat it. So I'm very happy. I'm trying to strengthen my will. Maybe she's testing me a bit, but she always likes to give me some treats, order some fried chicken or anything like that, high calorie food. And I'm trying to avoid all that at any cost. And therefore, I'm trying to stay away from family and friends that are going to have a negative impact or on my diet. So I'm trying to stay away from that. Most of the time, I would briefly visit family members and friends and try to avoid anything that's unhealthy and could detriment my health plan. And it'd be great if I if I meet, maybe when I go to the gym again, then I'll meet other like-minded individuals that have, the priority in their health, and they have a goal in life, and they value their health. So they'll be encouraging me as well to do the right thing and eat healthy and avoid any junk food that's detrimental. So and just one final note before I leave. Just stop this video. I want to say, in life you have to make a choice. Either you live one day as a king and enjoy everything, that's all those pleasures that's around you. You can eat whatever you want to eat and whatever, but the rest of your life you're going to suffer. You're going to have to pay that price for eating or living an unhealthy lifestyle, whether it's drinking, smoking, eating junk food. Sugar is the white poison. Sugar should be just completely banned. It's white poison. It's poisonous. It has no benefit for the human being. If you want some glucose, eat it naturally from fruits. Eat vegetables, nutrients. Just stay as natural as possible. If you can afford, go organic. Avoid all the genetically modified food, because all that stuff and all the preservatives and colorings, that has a huge detriment to your health, and they are proven to cause cancer as well, and other health problems as well, and of course mess up your hormones. So avoid all the junk food out there, all the high processed fried food and whatever you have. Just stick to healthy. Otherwise, don't eat. If you can't eat healthy, just don't eat at all. It's better to fast than to eat junk food and let your body pay for it. Because if you don't have a healthy body, you won't have a healthy mind. So you just need to get your body in order so you can have a healthy mind. Then you can start building your business. You can start making serious amounts of money. You can start enjoying life. So you can enjoy your life when you're healthy. So don't sacrifice tomorrow for today's pleasure. Sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. So that's the note I wanted to leave you with. And it's better that way, to just suffer today and live tomorrow and the future and the rest of your life, and make it the best of your life. So that's the final note. And thank you very much again for watching my video. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope it does motivate others to follow some of the footsteps. I really don't know if I will succeed or not, but I do know one thing, that I am a champion, and I've done these sort of things before, and I've achieved a lot. Once I set my mind on something and I go for it, it is a slow process. It's like making £1 million. When I first made a few £100,000, I didn't make it overnight. It's not like I just invested in a couple of companies and boom, it jumped from 1,000 to 100,000 to 200,000. It didn't happen that way. It took time. I've made serious mistakes. I'm still in a heavy loss at the moment. And I mentioned in one of the videos, I lost well over 600,000 within 2-week period, investing on bad companies and mining companies and stuff, which overpromise and underdeliver. Bad CEO, poor board of directors. Great asset, but the management is completely incompetent, and therefore they messed up the whole thing. And not just one company. I mean, a couple, 2-3 companies I've completely were the worst investments of the decade, and unfortunately I've paid a heavy price for it. And I have learned from it. I've made better investments going forward in 2020 and this year. So I am starting to recoup some of those losses. Hopefully, if you watch me and after this 100-day program, I'll do another 100 days, but this time, how to start with, like, say, £10,000 and 5 years. It's not a 100-day plan, but 5 years to reach £1 million. So I'll show you that. I'll work through the plan with you, and I'll show you the safest way, the less riskiest way of doing that. But if you're subscribed to the channel, you support me just now, then I will share as much as possible, because I want ultimately free of charge, no cost at all, no courses or anything like that. I will show you firstly, all the failures that I've done in my life, so you can avoid those mistakes. And I'll just tell you my strategy that I'm adopting now, whereby I'm making investments and making 5-6% every time I trade in a market, as well as when the companies that I invest on the long term, I aim to quadruple the investment very quickly within at least 12 months. And I'll show you that strategy and how I've made it successful so far. I can't share that with you right now. What I'll do is I'll focus just on my health. I end up talking too much, but I'll focus on my health first, and then I'll focus on making money strategy, because you need money to live a good life, also do charitable work, support others, and you need to, achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. You need some sort of a passive stream of income. You need capital in the side. So then, if you're passionate about education, you want to do your PhD, you've got the funds there. No one can stop you. If you want to study, you want to retire early. Just a bit like myself, I'm kind of semi-retired, and you want to travel the world. I've traveled quite a few countries, and some of them I've worked in, some of them I've just gone there just to check out the country for myself, see how things are on the ground, and enjoy it. I now live in the Isle of Man, which is a fantastic place to live. Amongst the best of the countries that I've been to is the Isle of Man. Although a lot of people do mistake it as part of the UK, they have a special relationship, but they are independent. It's great over there. Now, I'm not doing a promotion on the Isle of Man here, but I'm telling you, after traveling, I decided to make the Isle of Man my home, and I haven't regretted it so far. So hopefully I won't regret it in the future. So to have that freedom to choose where to live and where to go, you need to be financially free or financially independent, at least to the point where you could decide if you want to get on a plane today, you could just get on a plane. Of course, if you're restricted through lockdowns and government restrictions, then you're stuck. But without any restrictions, you can travel the world, because there's nothing stopping you. You've got the money, you've got your health to enjoy, the quality of life. So that's all important. So first health, then we'll start aligning all the other things. We'll start, lining the ducks, as they say, together. Okay. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting once and final time. I really appreciate it. Do subscribe to the channel and give me a like on the video. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.